covering the Northern Bahamas. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
And welcome back, everybody. A local corporate giant spreading some holiday cheer at the beginning of this Yuletide season. Let's go to Sabrina Brown for this one.
The BTC team on the move once again, doing what it does best, helping the less fortunate. This Thanksgiving, BTC joined forces with the Bahamas Red Cross to provide hot meals for persons in need around the island. BTC's Vice President of Customer Experience, Eldry Ferguson Mackey.
BTC has been doing this. We've been doing this since 2012, and it's quite a humbling experience. Oftentimes when we think of Thanksgiving, particularly the holiday season, everybody gets into the mode of what it is that they want. So to stop and take some time out for us to give back is, of course, a very humbling experience.
It took many hands to package and deliver the scrumptious Thanksgiving lunch boxes. Ferguson Mackey says they were assisted by a special group of holiday helpers.
BTCI volunteers are persons that give of their own time to render community service and some civic service for persons in the community. So we want to thank the I volunteers for assisting as well.
Administrator at the Bahamas Red Cross Grand Bahama Center, Stephanie Barr, is grateful to BTC for assisting in this worthy cause.
Each year we give thanks around the community, the whole island I should say, because we go from Freeport into the 8 Mile Rock area, and we just want to say thank you to BTC for coming each year and partnering with us.
Sabrina Brown, ZNS Network News.
In other news, for you know, the Grand Bahama Junkanoo Committee gearing up for the 2018 Junkanoo Parade. That committee is also partnering with the Downtown Freeport Business Association. This Saturday, Junkanooers will assemble in the Churchill Square to announce the synopsis of each of the groups that's coming out for the parade.
This is a prelude to the 2018 Junkanoo Parade, and we are excited about our partnership that we have with the Downtown Freeport Business Association. We are going to be having the synopsis reading. It's going to be in the Churchill Square downtown, where we're going to have all of the Junkanoo groups come out and they're going to give their reading, and then we're going to turn it over to the Downtown Freeport Business Association and KB, who is going to be headlining the entertainment for this event.
Well, the synopsis reading will take place 5 o'clock. That's this coming Saturday, tomorrow, Churchill Square. Members of the community business say that they are more than happy to have this activity tomorrow.
We talked about using downtown as an event space, but most importantly, we wanted to use it to promote culture. We wanted to use it to drive people back to the downtown area and just to remind them of the many businesses that are still operational and functioning downtown. And so when the Junkanoo Committee approached the board about using Churchill Square for the synopsis, it was an automatic yes. And then, of course, I made a few phone calls, and I called our very own KB. I said, KB, we need you. I need you to come because I want you to kick off the holiday season in the downtown area while we partner with the Junkanoo Committee.
One of the things we want to do is encourage the business owners to take a part of this initiative. You have entertainment downtown. As Ms. Rakin Scrape herself has said, KB is going to be downtown. The Junkanoo Committee is there. They're going to have the Junkanooers are there. I mean, this is the time to hear the trash talking, you know, and also we want all of the locals to come down to support because it is a new event place. Downtown has been our heart. It's been there. It's been a part of Grand Bahama's economy.
And yes, folks, the Bushwhackers will be there. We're going to have Killed His Fingers and the classic dancers this year on the parade. Okay, the National Women's Week is winding down, and tonight we continue our profile of women who are making an impact in society. Megan Shepard introduces us tonight to a woman who has stepped into the business arena and also many years ago, and now she's determined to leave her footprints in this sector.
It was almost 2 decades ago when Erica Hanna was employed at a local company here on Grand Bahama, and she began to notice a need for quality shoes. She says she began to do her research and attend international shows where she met experienced persons in the business. Now the proprietor of Stepping Out Shoes, Hannah says she believes that entrepreneurship is in her blood.
While being employed, I did some research, went to shoe shows, and decided that I was going to branch out and open up my business, Stepping Out. And I've been in business now for 17 years. While in the business, I learned that there is also a demand for good work shoes. And I consider that now to be my bread and butter.
Hannah eventually left her job and became a full-time business owner. While she's had her shares of highs and of course lows over the years, Hannah believes it has all been worth it. She says taking that leap of faith came with some fear, but also rewards.
A lot of fear. Like, it was something like, am I doing the right thing? Am I going to be able to afford the cost of doing the business? But I think because I did the research, made the good connections, and had a good location, and because again the need, the demand, everything just fell in place. A lot of praying, but it all just came together, and it's just been a good business that just grows and grows.
For the budding entrepreneur still contemplating taking that leap of faith, Hannah advised to do a lot of research. She says to find a need in the community and also something that you're passionate about.
Whichever area, if it's in the east or the west, like knowing your target market, what would work best, what the need, the demand is. And more importantly, believe in it. You know, offer something that you know at the end of the day, persons will have a memorable experience, something that they'll always be able to refer, because we know on our island word of mouth is so important.
As women are being celebrated throughout the country, Hannah is offering her advice to empower other women.
Let's all celebrate each other, be there, whatever your strengths are or whatever weakness you know another, be it your sister, mother, good friend, let's lift each other up and let's just show love. And let's just be there.
Megan Shepard, ZNS Network News.
Well, folks, Tuesday this week, our Girls Con was held at the Kenai Media Complex. It was an inspirational event organized for senior high school girls. Women are trending this week across the nation. Our Kimberly Mullings tells us about the impact of the Dynamic Girls Conference 2017 panelists.
GirlCon 2017 was a huge success, and that is partially due to the diverse group of panelists selected to share their life's journeys to date with those in attendance. Senator the Honorable Jasmine Darius shared what it was like growing up.
Being sexually abused, I had to find a way to channel myself, my life, my energy, and find a way out, because as you grow, it tends to affect your mind, it tends to affect your outlook. And one of the ways I did that was by focusing on my education.
Reverend Marie Roach Hepburn discussed how she was taunted as a child.
I moved from school to school. I think I had probably about 4 primary schools. And as a result of that, I became very shy, an introvert. Wow. And going through high school, I guess you could say I was bullied in a way, in the sense that people teased me a lot.
Algie Ferguson Mackey always described herself as different, but pressured herself much too much. She now holds the post of Vice President of BTC in the Northern Bahamas.
I was always the most awkward, always the biggest. I was very tall amidst my peers, just all of those things. And I started to judge myself by all of those little things. And in all the time that I wasn't the prettiest, wasn't the smartest, wasn't this, wasn't that, I was making accomplishments. I was head girl, first woman to do this, first girl to do that, first woman now to sit in the position that I'm at.
The panel also featured artists, one of them playwright Gia Pierre. She also had her share of struggles.
I was born to a Bahamian mother and a Haitian father. So my mother taught me determination, my father taught me about dignity. And I think my life was very different from the beginning. My lungs failed, and it was discovered that I had lupus, which is a very unique illness to all of you because it's an illness that attacks women in their prime.
Photographer Linda Wells of Nigeria had a strong mother who encouraged her to follow her dreams.
During that period, I was there for 3 years. My parents had a divorce, a really terrible divorce. But my mom, this is when I started seeing the strength of women. My mother was so strong. She took all 4 of us and she basically just let us know that despite what she was going through, that it didn't have to affect us.
I'm Kimberly Mullings. Thanks for joining us this week on What's Trending. See you next Friday.
And now we got to ask the doctor.
Welcome to Ask the Doctor. Darryl from New Providence asks, I read recently that annual checkups are not helpful if you are healthy. Is this true? Dara, thanks for an interesting question. There are healthcare theorists and planners who argue that there is not much evidence that an annual exam provides good enough health outcomes to justify the cost. But there are still many good reasons to visit your doctor for an annual checkup. Annual physical exams are a vital part of illness prevention and intervention if necessary. While many persons make sure that their children have routine doctor visits, as adults, too many of us neglect this important key to maintaining good physical health. Doctors can use an annual exam to keep abreast of signs and symptoms that could lead to a serious illness. During an exam, your doctor will ask you about your family history and note your vital signs, including your blood pressure, heart rate, respiration rate, and temperature. They can also note changes in your heart, lungs, eyes, skin, and extremities. As we mature and age, the annual exam can also become a useful screening opportunity for certain cancers, as well as serious conditions like diabetes, high blood pressure, and heart disease. Avoiding an annual checkup can increase your risk of developing more serious medical conditions in the future. I'm Dr. Monique Pratt, and this has been Ask the Doctor.
As we look at news tonight, when we come back, we'll turn our attention to sports.